It's time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Detroit. It's the Seahawks and the Lions under the lights on Sunday night.
This Lion fan base have been craving home. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
They're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll look to throw here. Working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Off play action, Clifton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him to 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On 1st down, Clifton. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. On 3rd and 2, Clifton. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Flying in for that sack
so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. And this a 39-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Rashawn Gary, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a
That's
fast
true.
start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Lions offense set to take over.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT.
And this is up, it's through, it extends their first quarter lead to 13-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6, they'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Right now, they're in some uncharted waters, Charles. They haven't been facing deficits like this season. We're going to see what they're made of.
And I think the easy thing right now is for us to discuss how the home crowd can help them, carry them along. Bottom line, though, they've got to make plays to get the crowd back into it, to help them with the rest of their game. That means best players got to make those big-time plays right now. They need them in a big way.
They fought so hard to be here at home for the conference championship game, see if they can propel themselves to the Super Bowl. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And the Seahawks had a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Back to Walker on 1st down. 51 yards rushing now as he's looked good here in this opening quarter of the NFC Championship.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifton.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
So many times in our career, coaches talk about completions of as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Looking to throw. Clifton. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game.
They go play action here on 1st down.
He'll get this off to Swift.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now back to throw.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. On the move past the 40.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Once again, it's Swift. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Now a toss for Swift left side.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. Gay's kick is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So 3 points there in CD that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, Barbara, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 63 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Clifton.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
To throw on 2nd down. Clifton.
He completes this to Walker.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clifton. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Walker.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Play number 7 then coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole development.
Yeah, he had great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Back to throw now on 1st down.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They run out of the gun with Swift. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Off the play fake. Clifton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And as we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, you're still in the first half and going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. A beautiful fake. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 2nd and 4. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Throwing on first down. Clifton. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Clifton. Walker with a grab. Left side. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll look to throw again. And Walker has it. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw again. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll head down to Orlando. That's right. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation to kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Looking to throw.
Clifton.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled them.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Rashawn Gary bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. It's kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3 to a starting field position like that. 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and 2, Clifton. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback?
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
2nd and 11. Here's a toss play right to Swift.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage.
no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is taken at the 23.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And that will come the offense as they take over. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. To throw. Clifton. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 94 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And going right back to Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Clifton. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
To throw on 3rd down.
Clifton.
And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He's got his big tight end, Fant.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried to dump off, lost yardage.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here come the Lions now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 5.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
It's a gain of 5.
Up the middle they go with McAllister. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now back to throw. Working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's a gain of 3.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll find Moreau here. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got this complete to Williams. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, 14 yards. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 27-13. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifton. That pass complete to Moore. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Clifton. He completes this to Walker. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walk the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Seattle. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end.
Complete to Oscar Moreau. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw again. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. handoff. This is Swift. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
This is caught, and in for the Lions touchdown. Jacoby Myers, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And out now come the Seahawks. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a two-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, that's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On the counter, it's Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Walker with another carry.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with a minute 56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They need a touchdown to keep their Super Bowl hopes alive as they come up on 1st down. He'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Kenny Moore.
There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fields it right around the goal line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down.
Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And that not what they wanted. They lose yards on first down.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Second and 15.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
That's interference. Defense.
So now then the penalty's got them set up with a first and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Mike Hughes. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
Of course, the game can't end with a defensive penalty, so they'll get one more crack.
So now you get an untimed play, which should be the last one, unless it happens again and there's another defensive penalty.
He'll look to throw. Touchdown! From 3 yards out,
and the Lions have cut it back within a score.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.